And we are live, guys. Welcome to yet another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and today I've written the title to be Starting from Scratch. This is what entrepreneurs do. They start basically from nothing except from the resource of their brain. Perhaps they have some other resources, like for example, when I started my transportation business, I had 6 cars available. And that was because I had started another rental business, renting out vans beforehand, right? So every time you start a business, you start with some type of resources. And sometimes it might just be your knowledge and your drive and your vision for a company. But very often, the one ingredient that I would recommend is having a business coach. Someone who has been there before you, who has been there, done that, who has traveled the miles that was necessary to overcome hurdles and to get to where he is right now. And that happened because of a lot of failures, right? So, but how do you get the help of someone like that when you're starting out from scratch with nothing except your own brain, your idea, and what you want to do? Well, what I would suggest is to think about first what you want to achieve, what you want to do. Okay, not necessarily the business idea. What I would suggest you get clear for yourself is how you want to live, because that will determine the business that you're gonna do, right? So you want to choose something that you're passionate about, something that you love doing. Because if you love doing it, one, that income that you get from that business will not feel like active income, that you're actually, that you have to be there in order to get money. What you want is you want a business where you get money automatically. That could be a business where you're not involved at all, but you've replaced yourself and someone else is doing it for you. If you start out by doing it yourself, that's fine, but eventually you'll want an exit strategy where you have someone replacing you. Or the other way around, where you are actually actively doing the business every single day, but you love it so much that in a sense it's automatic. And because of that, it's passive income. If you can get paid for doing what you're doing and you absolutely love it, I call that passive income. And then you start out your journey. But what I would suggest, like I've mentioned now, is to get a business coach to give you the direction you need in order to make that business profitable. To get insight on what you should do when it comes to marketing, what you should do when it comes to sales, what you should do when it comes to finances, what you should do when it comes to taxes, and what you should do in general to make your business go from 0 to very, very fast growth within a short period of time. But not only fast growth, but sustainable growth that allows your company to become massive over time. Grow exponentially at the same time as you establish yourself as a leader, as a brand, and create solutions for people that help people long term. Having a business coach is massive. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I met a new friend the other day who's basically starting up his own company from scratch, and he's just gone into it 2 months now. He's 22 years old. And he was just like, I really want to succeed in my own business, but I don't really know everything about business, which is completely normal. When you start out and you're that young, you don't know that much about business. And I remember being in his position 10 years ago, starting out for myself, and I'm just thinking, wow, if I could have had someone with business experience who could sit down next with me, who actually had the lifestyle that I wanted, and who could help me just get my brain around what I should prioritize and what I should not prioritize. If I had that 10 years ago, oh my goodness, all right, I would be basically 8 years ahead of where I am today. So That's what we're talking about. We're talking about saving 80% of the time, of the failures, of the mistakes you're going to do when you start out on your own. You can save yourself so much time if you find a business coach that you trust, that wants you to succeed, and that wants to help you along the way. Now, the problem is that normally business coaches cost a lot of money. One, they either have their own businesses so that they're so busy that they don't have time to talk to you, or number two, they charge a lot of money. All right, maybe it could be like $200 for a session, or 2,000 kroners, or whatever it is. In high value, in our coaching system, we charge next to nothing. Okay, we charge nothing if you work with us in establishing high value. But if you're not working with high value, then we need to charge a little bit, but we don't charge that much, because what we want is, we want long-term consistency for you and your business to grow to massive levels. But in the beginning, you don't have the money, and we understand that. And that's why we don't charge that much money in the beginning. And yes, over time it will increase, but by that time you'll actually have the money, and you'll see how valuable that coaching will be to you, because we've pretty much given it to you for free in the beginning. This is the high value system. And this is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.